Hey, I'm back with another video. Sipping my coffee, and it's delicious. I wanted to come through and I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind lately. I just wanted to drop this. Hopefully this video will not be too long. But I wanted to talk about black men and black gods, or black gods and black goddesses versus black men and black women. Because there is a difference between a black man and a black god. There is a difference between a black woman and a black goddess. And, you know, throughout my life, I have found myself constantly disappointed and constantly just disappointed. That's the only word I can think of. With other black people and their behavior towards other black people in general. And when I look at it from an occultist point of view and a spiritual point of view, I get it now. Although it's hard to get, I get it. Every black person is not activated, or their God gene is not activated. Although a lot of us are waking up, every black person is simply just not in the mindset of being a deity or a god. And it's clear as day. I was looking at some fuckery and, you know, dealing with some fuckery with some fuckboy ass dudes, you know. And finally, you know, I channeled some information. And it said everybody that has melanin, it doesn't mean that they are accessing the more deeper, the more spiritual, the more darker aspects of their melanin, which is the chaos part of the melanin. Everyone is not accessing that. A lot of the people that you see, and I'm going to describe, and I'm going to keep this specifically towards black men because that's who I have my interaction with the most, but this can apply to black women too. But most of the dudes that I come across, what I'm finding is that, and it's like I said, it's as clear as day. I should have seen it a long time ago, but you know how it goes. We miss shit, you know, we get distracted by other things. But my spirit was yelling to me and I channeled it. You are not dealing with black gods, Seer Grant. You are dealing with black men. And there is a distinct difference. You can't get mad at them for being what they are. Their God gene or their God whatever is not activated in them. They have the potential, you know, more potential than anybody else. But it's not activated in them. So there will always be a conflict. There will always be a conflict. I met one on an intimate level. There was only one guy, and you all know who that is, who I considered a black god, that I met on an intimate level, who was my lover and my soulmate. Just one. He was the only one here in this area. But what's happening, and this is for people who may feel as though that, you know, the people you're around are flaky. They're, you know, the black people you're around, they're flaky. They're, you know, they act just like the others. Let me just say that they act like the others who are deficient in what we are not deficient in. Let me just say that. What's happening is that through all these years and generations of mind control, of brutality and trauma, it has weakened our genetics, or it's watered it down in a sense. Okay? So what you have is a bunch of black people who are operating with surface level melanin. That is the melanin that gives us our color, and black don't crack, and what else? We can run fast, we can build muscle quicker, and all. That's all surface level melanin shit. Surface level. A lot of us are not going beyond that. We're not going beyond that. So when I see black men, talking about, when I see them and they have muscles and all these tattoos, and, when I read their profiles on different sites talking about, I'm a gym rat, I stay in the gym 24 hours a day, and all of that, that lets me know that spiritually, they're not doing any work. They're only concerned about their physical aspect, and physical is important. It's important, but it's not the only thing that you have to work on. It's not the only thing that you need to cultivate. It's not the only thing that you need to cultivate. So when I see certain individuals on certain sites and stuff saying that they're gym rats and all they do is go to the gym and all they do is eat bananas and seeds, that lets me know where their level of consciousness is, that they're at a surface level of consciousness and their melanin is not operating at a higher vibration, because our melanin, it operates in different layers. It has different layers. It has different levels. And a lot of black people are only operating on surface level shit. So that is why I have conflict with a lot of my so-called, fellow brethren or whatever the case may be, because they're not operating on the same frequency that I'm operating on. So I had to get clear about that, and I had to understand that, because they're not tapping into the darker aspects or the deeper aspects of their melanin like I am. And what are those aspects? Being able to pull information from the spiritual realm without reading somebody's book and copying everything that they're saying, or looking at somebody's video on YouTube and just regurgitating that person's information. No, the information that I channel, somebody else may have said it at one time, but I'm getting it for myself. I don't look at people's information. I mean, I do, but I don't regurgitate anyone's information. The information I get, I channel it. That is operating within the deeper aspects of our melanin, being able to get spiritual information from the spiritual realm, the unseen, from the realm of chaos. So we're not dealing with just black. There are not a lot of black gods incarnating anymore. So what we are left with are a bunch of black men and women who are just not activating their God gene. They're not activating it. So if you are a person that is activating your God gene, such as myself, then you're not going to vibe with those people, even if you both do have melanin, even if you do come from the same, I can't even think of the damn word, shit. Even if you come from the same tribe, because they may be doing something totally different than you. They may have a totally different set of beliefs than you do, and that's okay. But I had to come to that realization that a lot of these niggas that I'm talking to and dealing with, they are not black gods, and that is why I don't get along with them. I walk with gods. I walk with gods. I get along with gods. I don't get along with black men. That's the problem. And I know that's kind of harsh, and I know some people may think that that's kind of, cold and cruel what I'm saying, but it's the motherfucking truth. It's my motherfucking truth. And whoever don't like it, they just don't fucking like it. It's as simple as that. You can't wear dreadlocks and think that you're conscious. That don't make you conscious. that don't make you spiritually conscious because you wear dreadlocks or eat fruits and berries all day. That don't make you spiritually conscious. That does good for your body, of course. Of course it does. You know, but if the only thing that you can do is go to the gym and work on your muscles, then you're not operating with, if that's all you do, I'm saying if that's all you do, and you're not cultivating your conscious mind or your subconscious mind or trying to expand your consciousness, then you're only operating with surface level melanin. That's it. And a lot of these black men that I'm running into, I'm realizing, and I'm not judging them, I'm just stating facts. A lot of them that I'm running into, I get why they're flaky. I get why they're unhappy. I get why they act the way that they do. I get why they're irritable. I get why they have to smoke Molly, not smoke, well, do they, no, those are pills, I'm sorry. Why they have to pop Mollies and smoke weed all day and drink. I get why they need that. Because I'm going to tell you niggas something. If you were I don't have to do any drugs. I don't have to drink any alcohol. Let me make this disclaimer. I'm not judging people for smoking marijuana. Hey, I used to smoke marijuana myself. Ain't nothing wrong with having a little bit 420 every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with nobody taking a drink every now and then. That does not make you an alcoholic. Let me say that up front. But if I'm speaking to you niggas who have to do this all the time. If you were tapping into deeper aspects or the deeper parts or the deeper, darker energies of your melanin, let me say it that way, you wouldn't have to pop a pill. You wouldn't have to take a drink. Because when you tap into your melanin, you have a sense of euphoria. People ask me all the time, how is it that you can go through that? And that, because what I went through a couple of years ago when I lost my soulmate, they asked me, how can you go through that? You ain't have to drink, you ain't have to smoke, because I tapped into the deepest aspects or the deeper parts of my melanin. You know, people wonder why sometimes I just laugh and I'm giggly sometimes, because I'm a happy person. I'm tapping into my melanin, not just the surface, but my melanin that's within me, the more deeper aspects of my melanin that's encoded in my DNA, that's layered in my DNA, that's layered in my brain. So when you are able to tap into those deeper aspects or those deeper parts of your melanin, there's no need for you to be on drugs. There's no need for you to abuse drugs. There's no need for you to abuse alcohol, because your melanin gives you a sense of euphoria if you can tap into them. That's why a lot of these men are so miserable. And when I tell them this, I be trying to tell them this when they're angry at me. This is why they say gay people that we're happy, because, you know, at one time they would say that gay, if a guy was too happy or whatever, they would say, oh, he's happy, he's gay. That's because, let me explain that, because we tap into, some of us nowadays, you know, because we tap into a deeper aspect or a deeper part of our melanin, and we're able to create a euphoric sense, a euphoria. That's why they say gay people are happy. That's why. You know? But I try to hip a lot of these niggas to that, but, you know, they're closed off. So I don't do that very often. I mean, that's only if I come in contact with them and we get on any kind of esoteric topic. But most of them come to me, you know, I'm not talking about anybody that I've done readings for. I'm talking about motherfuckers who are basically dormant in their magic. They'll come to me with this, you know, attitude. Basically, let me put it this way. They act like racist white men in black skin. That is what they act like. That is a clear telltale sign that you're dealing with a black man. When he comes to you as another black person reinforcing prejudice and racism, that is a black man. That is not a black God. That is not a black God. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of these regular black men, they act like racist white men in black skin. And that's all part of the mass mind control. That's all part of that, you know? And when I've asked them, I said, well, if you know so much, tell me what does the realm of the gods consist of? And they can't tell me because they get so upset and they have so much resentment because as a gay guy, they don't like the fact that I can tell them some things about spirituality, or I don't know everything. I'm still a student. I'm willing to learn from a baby if they have something to say. Let me say that I don't know everything, but I know what I know. So sometimes I'll ask them, tell me what is the realm of the gods? You know so much. So tell me, what is the realm of the gods and what consists of the realm of the gods? They don't know. I challenged this the other day about what is the realm of the gods. The realm of the gods consists of mathematical equations. The realm of the gods consists of mathematical equations and symbols that create all forms of life. A lot of our scholars have gone back to the realm of the gods, like C. Freeman L. I think that's the brother's name, Mr. C. Freeman L. He's gone back to the realm of the gods. There are so many others. Frances Cress Welsing, she's gone back to the realm of the gods. She actually contacted me and gave me some really good information after she died, but I'm not putting that on YouTube. I did one time before, but that was a mistake. I will never do that again. She's gone back to the realm of the gods. The realm of the gods consists of mathematical equations and symbols that are responsible for everything in existence. And our finite minds, because we're in these bodies, can't even fathom that. And that means even beyond the earth plane, of course. Even beyond what we know as the omniverse or the universe. That is what the realm of the gods consists of, mathematical equations and symbols. And not mathematical equations like we have been taught here on earth. That is watered down shit. That's watered down. I can't even begin to verbalize it, in a way where people would understand it. And how do I know this? How do I know this? Where did this information come from? The point that I'm making is that when you are activating the God within you, or if you're becoming a God, or if you are a God, then you're able to channel this information and put it out and explain it. If you're not doing that, then you're just a black man, and there's nothing wrong with that. Or you're just a black woman, but there's nothing wrong with that. Because you can cultivate yourself and you can access these things. Sometimes you just need a push in the right direction. That's all you need sometimes, But that's all I had to say, I really don't have too much more to say on that. That's it.